I asked you the question the other day, whose side would CARICOM take with this matter, Venezuela and Guyana? And of course, the headlines are out. Not sure if you would have seen them, but we have this one out where Venezuela is saying that 28 foreign vessels are operating in a dispute area with Guyana, which they claim belongs to Venezuela. And we are also seeing this one where Venezuela is rejecting CARICOM support to Guyana unendorsed to U.S. Southern Command plans. So basically, Venezuela is saying, look, I'm rejecting what CARICOM is saying, their support to Guyana and the U.S. So they're saying CARICOM is supporting Guyana and the U.S., and they're rejecting that basically. So that's why I said to you, prepare yourself for anything. This is not going to be a friendly one. It's not going to go down easy. Look out for anything. But let's go through to what Venezuela had to say, right? And they stated that Venezuela's Vice President, Delcy Rodriguez, rejected a Caribbean Community CARICOM statement supporting Guyana and the U.S. Southern Command plans to attack Venezuela and create a war in the region. Well, of course, CARICOM never said that they were going to plan a war or attack Venezuela, but the U.S. did say if Venezuela continues its antagonization in Guyana's water, there'll be consequences to pay. And of course, because CARICOM was saying, look, Venezuela, you guys need to back off with that thing. They're saying that they are teaming up with the U.S. I tell you, when you see some countries will find themselves in the middle and don't know how to get out. Third rank CARICOM bureaucrats behind the back, the heads of government of this organization sing the praises of Zelensky of the Caribbean, Orphan Ali, and endorsed the plan of the U.S. Southern Command to attack Venezuela, the VP expressed in her Telegram channel. So she is saying that some third rank CARICOM bureaucrats behind the backs of the heads of governments, right, sing the praises of the Zelensky of the Caribbean, calling the president of Ghana that. With this step, according to Rodriguez, CARICOM disqualified themselves from serving as facilitators in this territorial controversy. And you remember that CARICOM members came to St. Vincent, various prime ministers came here and tried to work out a deal with Maduro and Orphan Ali. Venezuela is now saying to you, with this step, CARICOM has disqualified itself from serving as the facilitators in the territorial controversy. So we don't want to have anything to do with CARICOM anymore on this matter because they've sold out basically to the Americans and to Ghana. This is what Venezuela is saying. In this regard, Rodriguez stated that the Caribbean countries are called by history to play a constructive role in this territorial disposition artificially created by ancient empires. The Venezuela's VP called on the countries of the region, one of the few areas of peace in the world, to prevent the entering into a conflict to legitimize the energy veracity of the US-based oil company ExxonMobil. So you see, it's over oil. Venezuela will never renounce its rights over the Essequibo and will assert all legal and diplomatic actions in its defense, Rodriguez strongly stated. Earlier Saturday, Venezuela repudiated the statements of Orphan Ali as unfounded after he claimed that units of the Bolivarian Navy of Venezuela violate the Ghanaian maritime territory, not to mention that it is a maritime area which has yet to be delimited in accordance with international law. So Venezuela is saying, look, you guys in CARICOM, you can't solve this problem anymore because you're taking sides with the Americans and with Guyana. You see what I'm talking about? So this is totally different now. This is a ball game that has to be played out differently now. And that is why I said to you to be prepared for anything, because the Americans are getting involved very soon. You will hear Russia's involved and China's involved because, of course, they are backers of Venezuela and they support Venezuela. So you know what's going to be happening here. Look, this Caribbean is a region of peace, but I tell you, lots of things in store. Get ready. Get ready. Now, the situation gets worse because Caribbean leaders are now condemning Venezuela's plan to hold elections in Guyana Essequibo state. Look at the map. Do you see what's happening here? Venezuela is claiming this area, Guyana Essequibo, and this is Guyana right here. So now, the Caribbean community leaders are saying they have noted with grave concern statements made in Venezuela on the need to conduct elections in the Essequibo region of Guyana this April for a governor and legislative council of the so-called Guyana Essequibo state. Informed sources told CMC that the leaders discussed the issue at the summit. CARICOM is yet to release a communique following the three-day summit, but the sources told CMC that the heads had received an update on the decades-old border dispute between Guyana and Venezuela. According to the sources, the CARICOM leaders noted that with grave concern the statements made by President Maduro and the chairman of the National Electoral Council, Elvis Amboso, in January this year, declaring their intention to conduct election in the Essequibo region of Guyana on April 27th. So, of course, that is going to put more pressure on the problems already there. Let's hope they work it out because we really don't need any war in this Caribbean of ours. But like I said to you, be prepared. Get your supplies now. Be ready for anything. Remember to like, share, and subscribe and leave your comments in the section below.